thought love would heal me. Instead, it became the deepest wound I ever carried. You walked into my quiet life like sunlight through the pouring rain. You taught my lonely heart to smile, then left me with the pain. Every promise found a home inside my hopeful soul, but forever slipped through open hands, leaving me less than whole. I gave you every heartbeat, you gave me every goodbye. Loving you hurt more than letting go. Every kiss became a memory, every tear began to flow. I still hear your laughter in every empty room. Loving you hurt, but losing you hurt more. Your sweater still hangs by the door, holding on to your perfume. The silence wears your favorite song, echoing through every room. I trace our names across old pages, searching for where love went wrong. Maybe some hearts are meant to break, even when the love is strong. You became a memory before I stopped believing. Loving you hurt like rain that never ends. I kept rebuilding broken dreams while watching hope descend. Every sunrise calls your name, every sunset closes the door. Loving you hurt, but I still love you once more. Pain is the price of loving deeply. I pay it all again, because one moment in your arms was worth a lifetime of the rain. You were my sweetest chapter, my brightest summer sky. Even broken hearts remember how beautiful it felt to fly. Loving you hurt, yet I never changed the past, because every second loving you was a gift that couldn't last. Though forever slipped away and tomorrow chose another road, I'll carry your love wherever I go. Loving you hurt, but loving you made me who I am. The rain grows softer, the night grows still. My heart still breaks, but it loves you still. The sun is beating down. You took the only map and walked away. We We made a promise at the edge of the town. Swore you'd have my back when the chips were down. But the second the shadows began to grow long, you packed up your bags and you were already gone. I looked for your footprints out in the sand, but you had already let go of my trusting hand. I swallowed the bitter and tasted the salt, trying to figure out how it's my fault. Now I'm left out to dry beneath the blistering sun, a casualty of the coward you've become. You took all the water and left me the dust, a beautiful monument built out of rust. I'm out in the wasteland, wondering why you would leave me out here, just left out to dry. Yeah, left out to dry. Buzzards are circling up in the blue. They're waiting for me to be finished with you. I'm parched and I'm tired and I'm skin and I'm bone, navigating this terrifying desert alone. I trusted the shelter you said you would build, but every single promise was left unfulfilled. You rode off to safety and locked up the gate and left me out here to succumb to my fate. 'Cause I'm left out to dry beneath the blistering sun, a casualty of the coward you've become. You took all the water and left me the dust, a beautiful monument built out of rust. I'm out in the wasteland, wondering why you would leave me out here, just left out to dry. Yeah, left out to dry. I won't just lay down and wither away. I'm using this anger to fuel me today. You thought I would perish out here in the dirt, but I am a master at wearing the hurt. I'm walking out of this fire alive. I was left out to dry beneath the blistering sun, a casualty of the coward you've become. You took all the water and left me the dust, a beautiful monument built out of rust. I'm out in the wasteland, wondering why you'd leave me out here, just left out to dry. I'm not gonna break, I'm walking through the fire, just dust and bone, left out to dry. Left out to dry. The ballroom is completely empty now. The The echoes are entirely gone. I cannot keep dancing. We spun around the floor until we couldn't feel our feet, ignoring every warning sign and skipping every beat. I smiled for all the cameras and I wore the perfect dress, hiding the entire absolute devastating mess. But the orchestra is packing up, the lights are fading down. We are the last remaining actors in this completely empty town. I'm taking off the heavy mask I wore entirely for your sake, because this beautiful illusion is entirely going to break. So let the music stop, let the heavy silence fall. I am completely exhausted from pretending through it all. We cannot keep on waltzing when the floor is caving in, and I am completely tired of the heavy, suffocating spin. Let the violins entirely fade into the dark. Yeah, the charade is completely over. Let the music stop. I poured out all the wine and blew out every single flame. I am absolutely terrified that we entirely lost the game. You're standing in the corner waiting for the band to play, but all the vibrant melodies have completely washed away. I cannot keep the rhythm of a heart that doesn't beat. I cannot force a victory from an absolute defeat. It takes a terrifying courage to entirely leave the stage and finally close the cover on this devastating page. 'Cause let the music stop, let the heavy silence fall. I am completely exhausted from pretending through it all. We cannot keep on waltzing when the floor is caving in, and I am completely tired of the heavy, suffocating spin. Let the violins entirely fade into the dark. Yeah, the charade is completely over. Let the music stop. I don't want to hear another agonizing, hollow chord. I am entirely dropping this completely broken wooden sword. We have to face the absolutely terrifying, quiet truth. We completely wasted all the vibrant colors of our youth. It is entirely finished. Let the music stop, let the heavy silence fall. I am completely exhausted from pretending through it all. We cannot keep on waltzing when the floor is caving in, and I am completely tired of the heavy, suffocating spin. Let the violins entirely fade into the dark. Yeah, the charade is completely over. Let the music stop. Just absolutely quiet now. The final note is entirely gone. I am walking out the door. Let it stop. beginning, our story, when the pages stop turning. The stars were still shining above us when our hearts started hurting. I remember the first time you smiled, like sunlight breaking through the rain. Everything felt new and endless before we ever knew pain. We made plans beyond tomorrow, built castles in the air, never thinking fate would interrupt the love we learned to share. Some dreams are gone before they bloom, some promises fade too soon. Our love ended early, before it had the chance to grow. Our love ended early, with so much left we'll never know. There were still words left unspoken, still roads we never got to see. Our love ended early and took a part of me. The photographs still feel unfinished, like a song without its final line. Every memory holds a question about what could have been with time. I pass the places where we laughed and hear your voice inside the breeze. The world keeps moving forward, but my heart still lingers there. Sometimes the shortest stories leave the deepest marks behind. Our love ended early, before it had the chance to grow. Our love ended early, with so much left we'll never know. There were still words left unspoken, still roads we never got to see. Our love ended early and took a part of me. Maybe forever isn't measured by the number of years we stay. Maybe love is measured by the memories that never fade away. And though our chapter ended quickly, the feelings still remain, like sunlight after sunset, or a rainbow after rain. Our love ended early, but the moments still shine bright. Our love ended early, yet they still light up the night. Though destiny changed our ending and carried you away from me, a part of my heart will always cherish what we were meant to be. We were just beginning, our story, when the pages stopped turning. And even now beneath the stars, your memory keeps burning. rose that lost its bloom. I still see your silhouette in every place we used to go. Every street, every corner carries a story I still know. We built our dreams on endless promises, believing nothing could break us apart. But time had plans we never understood, and slowly stole your heart. I reached for you through the distance, but you were already gone. Love lost forever, like sand slipping through my hands. Love lost forever, a story no one understands. I gave you every piece of me, every hope, every prayer. Now all that's left are memories, and the love that's no longer there. The photographs are turning old, but the pain remains brand new. Every smile captured in those frames still brings me back to you. I hear a favorite song sometimes, and suddenly the world stands still. The melody becomes a doorway to a dream I can't fulfill. Some wounds fade with time, but this one chose to stay. Love lost forever, like sand slipping through my hands. Love lost forever, a story no one understands. I gave you every piece of me, every hope, every prayer. Now all that's left are memories, and a love that's no longer there. If I could rewrite destiny, I'd find my way back to your side. I'd stop the tears, erase the pain, and keep our hearts alive. But some chapters end too soon, no matter how hard we try. And some goodbyes become forever beneath the silent sky. Love lost forever, yet your name still fills my soul. Love lost forever, leaving an emptiness I can't control. Though the years may carry me forward, and new seasons may arrive, a part of me will always hold you and keep our love alive. The night is quiet, the stars are gone, but I still whisper your name. Love lost forever, yet my heart remains the same. The night night is quiet, the world asleep, but my heart still calls your name. The stars shine down through my window, yet nothing feels the same. I keep your picture on the table, beside the letters you once wrote. Every word still feels so close, like a memory I can't let go. The silence grows with every evening, the shadows stretch across the floor. I never thought I'd miss somebody the way I miss you more and more. I smile when people ask about me, but they never see the truth. These are my silent tears, falling where nobody knows, hidden behind a borrowed smile, behind a heart that never shows. These are my silent tears, for the love I couldn't keep. Every night they tell your story, as the whole world sleeps. The rain taps softly on the window, like a song we used to know. Every drop becomes a reminder of the day you chose to go. I walk the streets we shared together, searching for what used to be, but all I find are fading moments and echoes of your memory. Time keeps moving like a river, but my heart remains behind. These are my silent tears, falling where nobody knows, hidden behind a borrowed smile, behind a heart that never shows. These are my silent tears, for the love I couldn't keep. Every night they tell your story, as the whole world sleeps. Maybe one day I'll stop hurting, maybe one day I'll be free, but every dream still leads me back to the place where you left me. And though I know I should let go, some feelings never disappear, because love leaves its fingerprints on every passing year. These are my silent tears, still falling after all this time, like rain beneath a moonless sky, like words trapped inside my mind. These are my silent tears, a language only heartbreak speaks, carrying your memory gently through the lonely weeks. The night is quiet, the world asleep, and the moonlight softly gleams, while my silent tears keep falling through the corners of my dreams. Just a door closing, and then silence. I woke up thinking it was just another day. Poured 2 cups of coffee out of habit anyway. I checked my phone to see if you had called, but the screen was dark and the silence built a wall. I left your jacket hanging on the wooden chair, still waiting for a warmth that is no longer there. There's no proper goodbye left, just a hollow ache inside my chest. No final words, no closing door, just a sudden end upon the floor. I'm holding on to fragments in the air, reaching out for someone who isn't there. We ran out of time, bereft, with no proper goodbye left. I read our final text 100,000 times, searching for a warning hidden in the lines. It was just a simple see you later on. How was I to know that tomorrow you'll be gone? Now the mundane things are sharp like shattered glass, a brutal reminder of the moments in the past. There's no proper goodbye left, just a hollow ache inside my chest. No final words, no closing door, just a sudden end upon the floor. I'm holding on to fragments in the air, reaching out for someone who isn't there. We ran out of time, bereft, with no proper goodbye left. I trade my whole life for just 1 minute more, to tell you all the things I never said before, to hold your hand and look you in the eye and give this broken ending a beautiful goodbye. But the clock just keeps on ticking in the dark. There's no proper goodbye left, just a hollow ache inside my chest. No final words, no closing door, just a sudden end upon the floor. I'm holding on to fragments in the air, reaching out for someone who isn't there. We ran out of time, bereft, with no proper goodbye left. Just an empty room and words I'll never say goodbye. 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 Just ashes now, let it blow away. Yeah. I brought the water, but the well was dry. I searched for stars in a pitch black sky. We spent our years building up this home, just to sit inside it completely alone. I tried to patch the cracks upon the wall, but the foundation was always meant to fall. And there was nothing left to save. We're standing right beside the grave of every promise, every dream, torn apart at every seam. Don't reach your hand back in the flame. There is nothing here but ghosts and pain. There is nothing left to save. I sifted through the ruins of our past, looking for a memory that might last. But everything I touched just turned to dust, a tragic ending to a fragile trust. You look at me with nothing in your eyes, a silent truth we can no longer disguise. And there is nothing left to save. We're standing right beside the grave of every promise, every dream, torn apart at every seam. Don't reach your hand back in the flame. There is nothing here but ghosts and pain. Yeah, there is nothing left to say. We bled ourselves completely dry, trying to keep the embers burning high. But a dead fire cannot keep you warm. We are just the wreckage of a brutal storm. Let it wash away, just let it go. Because there's nothing left to save. We're standing right beside the grave of every promise, every dream, torn apart at every seam. Don't reach your hand back in the flame. There is nothing here but ghosts and pain. Yeah, there is nothing left to save. Drop the pieces, walk away. It's finally over, nothing left. You didn't take it all. You didn't take it all. The house is a museum of the things that you discarded. I'm walking through the wreckage, I'm feeling heavy-hearted. You packed up all the laughter, you packed up all the light, but you left a silhouette of you to haunt the edge of night. It stretches down the hallway, it lingers by the door, a dark and hollow replica of what we were before. And I'm left with your shadow cast against the wall. It doesn't say a word, it doesn't hear me call. It follows every movement, it mimics every breath. A beautiful surrender, a quiet kind of death. I try to strike a match, I try to burn it clean, but the shadow just gets longer in the space between. Yeah, I'm left with your shadow. I'm left with your shadow. I talk to the darkness when I'm feeling too alone. It's the closest thing to you that I have ever known. It doesn't offer comfort, it doesn't offer heat, just the cold dark outline of a memory incomplete. Is it a haunting or a habit? Is it love or is it fear? I'm living with the shape of you, though you're nowhere near. And I'm left with your shadow cast against the wall. It doesn't say a word, it doesn't hear me call. It follows every movement, it mimics every breath. A beautiful surrender, a quiet kind of death. I try to strike a match, I try to burn it clean, but the shadow just gets longer in the space between. Yeah, I'm left with your shadow. Yeah, I'm left with your shadow. I wanna be the light, I wanna be the sun, I wanna be the fire when the day is finally done. But you're carved into the plaster, you're etched into the grave. I'm drowning in the outline, I'm freezing in the rain. Just the shadow, just the shape, still here. You didn't take it all. We used to shine like morning sunlight, dancing across an open sky. Now all that's left are distant echoes of a love that said goodbye. I remember every little promise, every dream we used to share, the way you'd laugh and hold my hand, like forever waited there. But somewhere in the passing seasons, the color slowly washed away. We kept pretending nothing changed, while our hearts drifted away. The silence grew between the words, and neither of us knew what to say. Our love faded like an old photograph, slowly losing all its light. What once burned like a fire in our souls turned into smoke in the night. Our love faded, though I tried to hold on through every storm and every tear. Now I'm standing in the ruins of a love that disappeared. The places where we made our memories still carry traces of your name. every road I walk without you never feels the same. I keep your picture in a drawer, afraid to throw the past away, because even broken memories still help me face the day. Sometimes I wonder where we lost the magic we once knew. If I could travel back in time, I'd hold you closer than before. I'd fight for every fragile moment before love walked out the door. But yesterday belongs to memory, and memory cannot change fate. All I can do is carry the pieces of the love we couldn't save. We used to shine like morning sunlight. Now only shadows gently stay. And in the quiet of another night, I watch our love fade away. The digits on the clock are burning cold and blue. I'm staring at the ceiling, thinking only about you. The silence in the bedroom has a heavy, hollow weight. I'm fighting with the impulse, trying to negotiate with fate. My hand is on the screen, the light is blinding white, a desperate kind of habit in the middle of the night. And I'm reaching out at 3 in the shadow of the dark, trying to find the rhythm of a love I'm losing now. I type a dozen sentences and then I delete them all, waiting for a ghost to answer to my pulses blinking, rhythm is a mockery of time. I'm trying to find the reason, trying to find the rhyme. You're probably sleeping soundly, miles and worlds away, unaware I'm drowning in the words I couldn't say. I put the phone back down, but the vibrations in my skin, the ghost of your notification, the state I'm living in. And I'm reaching out at 3 in the shadow of the doubt, trying to find the rhythm of a love I'm losing now. I type a dozen sentences and then I delete them all, waiting for a ghost to answer to my call. It's a cruel kind of comfort, a lonely kind of plea, just reaching out at 3, just hoping you reach back to me. The night is too long, the house is too still. I'm breaking my resolve against my own damn will. I don't want the closure, I don't wanna be wise. I just want the static of your voice in my eyes. 3 in the morning, just silence. Maybe tomorrow. Are you awake? I can't see a thing, but I know you're there. The air is thick with the dust of the things I've lost. I'm counting up the memory, I'm counting up the cost. The room is infinite, a cavern of the mind. I'm searching for a tether, a signal I can find. My fingertips are numb, they're tracing empty air, looking for the phantom of the life we used to wear. And I'm reaching through the dark, fingers spread so wide, trying to find the rhythm where you went to hide. It's a blind man's gamble, it's a desperate kind of prayer, grabbing at the shadows, but there's nothing ever there. The void is cold and heavy, it's tearing me apart, but I'm still reaching through the dark, reaching for your heart. I shouldn't be here, I should've turned the light, but there's a comfort in the violence of the night. Every step's a question, every breath's a doubt. I'm trying to pull the answers from the hollows inside out. I think I felt a pulse, I think I felt a shiver, a ripple in the blackness, a crack inside the river. And I'm reaching through the dark, fingers spread so wide, trying to find the rhythm where you went to hide. It's a blind man's gamble, it's a desperate kind of prayer, grabbing at the shadows, but there's nothing shadows from the street lamps stretch across the floor. They look like jagged monsters creeping toward the door. I flip the heavy pillow to the cooler side again, trying to outrun the complicated state I'm in. I listen to the ticking of the clock up on the wall, a steady little rhythm that makes me feel so small. I close my tired eyes, but the projector starts to spin, replaying every argument that I could never win. And I'm just staring at the ceiling, waiting for the dawn, wondering where all the quiet peace of mind is gone. Tracing invisible patterns in the plaster and the cracks, carrying the weight of the past upon my back. I'm a prisoner of the midnight, trapped inside the glow with 100 million places that my heavy thoughts could go. Yeah, I'm waiting for the healing, staring at the ceiling. My phone lights up the darkness, sitting on the stand, just a notification that I really didn't plan. I thought maybe for a second it was you reaching out to pull me from this heavy, suffocating sea of doubt. But it's just another piece of digital empty noise, reminding me I'm lacking all my usual poise. I pull the tangled blankets right up to my chin and let the silent, agonizing midnight hours win. 'Cause I'm just staring at the ceiling, waiting for the dawn, wondering where all the quiet peace of mind has gone. Tracing invisible patterns in the plaster and the cracks, carrying the weight of the past upon my back. I'm a prisoner of the midnight, trapped inside the glow with 100 million places that my heavy thoughts could go. Yeah, I'm waiting for the healing, staring at the ceiling. I just wanna turn the volume down inside my head. I wanna find a refuge in the center of this bed. The memories are flashing like a strobe light in the dark, leaving an invisible and terrifying mark. Just let me sleep. And I'm just staring at the ceiling, waiting for the dawn, wondering where all the quiet peace of mind has gone. Tracing invisible patterns in the plaster and the cracks, carrying the weight of the past upon my back. I'm a prisoner of the midnight, trapped inside the glow with 100 million places that my heavy thoughts could go. Yeah, I'm waiting for the healing, just the plaster, just the shadows. 4 a.m. now, staring. Staring. Looked up at the midnight, the constellation broke, the sky is coming down. We built a universe entirely out of our own design. We drew the constellations and we made the planets align. You were my gravity, the orbit that I safely spun around. 1,000 miles above the heavy, unforgiving ground. I thought we had a magic that the modern world could never touch. I thought the universe would save us, 'cause we loved it all so much. But I noticed that the silver light was starting to decay, and the beautiful infinity was quietly slipping away. And I watched as the stars fell from grace, tearing through the night, a terrifying shower of a dying golden light. We thought we were immortal, sitting on a cosmic throne, but now we're crashing down into the freezing dark unknown. The heaven that we painted is a shattered, empty space. I'm standing in the ruins as the stars fall from grace. I try to catch the embers as they plummet to the earth, trying to remember all the beauty of their birth. But they turn to heavy ash the very second that they land, leaving only dark and bitter powder in my trembling hand. The moon is hiding entirely behind a wall of heavy gray, refusing to acknowledge how we threw it all away. We were an absolute phenomenon, a brilliant, blinding spark, now swallowed completely by the overwhelming dark. 'Cause I watched as the stars fell from grace, tearing through the night, a terrifying shower of a dying golden light. We thought we were immortal, sitting on a cosmic throne, but now we're crashing down into the freezing dark unknown. The heaven that we painted is a shattered, empty space. I'm standing in the ruins as the stars fall from grace. We flew entirely too high, we dared to touch the sun, and now we have to pay the price for everything we've done. There is no sanctuary left up in the stratosphere, just the terrifying realization that it ends right here. We're coming I watched as the stars fell from grace, tearing through the night, a terrifying shower of a dying golden light. We thought we were immortal, sitting on a cosmic throne, but now we're crashing down into the freezing dark unknown. The heaven that we painted is a shattered, empty space. I'm standing in the ruins as the stars fall from grace. Just a blackened sky, the magic is completely gone. We hit the ground, falling from grace. The porch light in my memory still shines through every storm. Though the house is far behind me, your love still feels like home. I drive these empty highways with your picture on my seat. Every mile just reminds me of the life we couldn't keep. The windows hear my silence, the dashboard knows my tears. Every road leads somewhere new, but never back to here. No matter where this heart may roam, it always finds your name. I'm still calling home, though nobody answers now. I'm still calling home somehow, somehow. Every dream still leads me to the place where we belong. I'm still calling home, even though you're gone. The coffee cup you left behind still waits upon the shelf, like time decided not to move while I became someone else. The old keys in my pocket, though the door is closed for good, I'd walk right through tomorrow if somehow I only could. Love can leave an empty room, but never leaves the soul. I'm still calling home, though nobody answers now. I'm still calling home somehow, somehow. Every heartbeat echoes with the words we used to say. I'm still calling home, though you've slipped away. Maybe home was never walls or photographs we kept. Maybe home was every moment when your hand was wrapped in mine. If forever lives somewhere beyond the reach of time, save a place beside your heart until the day I arrive. I'm still calling home through the rain and endless night. I'm still calling home, searching for your light. Though this lonely road goes on and life has carried me, you'll forever be the place that feels like home to me. The dawn begins to find me as another night moves on. My heart still knows one address. I'm still calling.